Sci-fi author and indie comic book creator John Delarose had his comic book banned from Kickstarter, and they refuse to provide a reason why. 'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side. Hi everyone, my name is Jacob Berry. Welcome to the StudioJake vidcast, where I talk about all things pop culture. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And if you're watching on YouTube, ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new vidcast, and consider becoming a channel member. All right, so some of you might be familiar with John Delarose. He has written several science fiction novels, among other genres. He has also produced Overmind, and he's just about to release the sequel to that. And both of those were made via crowdfunding campaigns on the platform known as Kickstarter. However, it appears that he is diving into the subgenre of Space Marines as part of this new sort of universe he's trying to create through his comic books. But Kickstarter is refusing to release it, and in fact has banned him, forcing him to move to another platform. So this is according to a message he put out to his backers on Kickstarter. From John Delarose himself, Kickstarter went completely insane this week and banned me. I can no longer create projects. The head of Kickstarter Comics blocked me, and I also no longer have the ability to comment or answer DMs from backers with questions. Please look for backer kit emails for your surveys, as I don't know how long I'll be able to publish updates for. You can read the full story of what happened on my Substack here, but it's very disappointing the company would act like this and attack a minority-owned business without cause. We're going to fight, though. If Kickstarter doesn't want our business, Fund My Comic does. They are a great upstart committed to free speech and free artistic expression. I'm going to give everything I have to supporting that website from here forward, and I'm launching my Space Marine comic, The Emerald Array, there right now to show Kickstart we can do this without them. And then he has an image of the comic book, which I will put up here. We need your help to make this the strongest launch possible. This is the comic everyone's asked for. It's got a 1970s Jack Kirby aesthetic on the art. It's got a vibe of Starship Troopers and Warhammer 40k, a full male Space Marine team with a kick butt lead who is all business in action. Please back the book on Fund My Comic here. Tell your friends and let them know that Kickstarter is unfriendly to creatives who actually put in the work and succeed. Thank you for your continued support. I'll be sending out an email to everyone who backed via my email list, so you have my direct contact if you have questions on the campaign or anything else. I love all of you, and I really appreciate you allowing me and my team to have a full career in comics. JDA. And then he posted an update on his X account, or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, which is at John Delarose. My day one amount of backers for the Emerald Way was about the same as the Hidden Emperor. Despite a hard cancellation and then bad actors trying to push people not to support my books, we have what the people want. We are winning. Thank you. And then he has an image from his Kickstarter showing that his goal was $5,000, but it has made over $6,000 in pledges on Fund My Comic. As an indie creator myself and an acquaintance of John Delarose, I can tell you that this is just absolutely preposterous of Kickstarter. We should not be censoring people based on what others think, based on gossip, or just things we disagree with. I have met John Delarose. He has been on StudioJake. I promoted Overmind and had him on the channel to talk about it. And listen, I don't agree with everything JDA says. Of course not. He and I are both Christians, and we believe our faith should influence our fiction. However, we're different denominations, and that's okay. We can have disagreements. I don't agree with everything he says or does, and I'm sure he feels the same way about me. That's okay. Healthy disagreements and healthy debates are good, especially in the creative space. And by the way, I loved Overmind. I thought it was fantastic. And let me tell you something. My Overmind hard copy actually got stolen off of my porch when I was living in California. That was actually one of the things that prompted me to move out, where people were just stealing stuff right off my porch. And I contacted JDA and I said, hey, listen, because I had told him I wanted to review Overmind. That's why I back a lot of these projects, is I love shouting out indie projects. And so I backed Overmind, and like I said, it was stolen off my porch. I contacted JDA and said, hey, listen, my Overmind comic was stolen off my porch, and I made a joke about that's why I'm leaving California. And, I wanted to reach out to you because I still want to review the comic. And he immediately offered to send me a new hard copy at his own expense. So he wasn't even asking me, well, can you pay at least the shipping fees? No, he said, hey, send me your address and I'll immediately send you another one. No questions asked. He didn't even say, hey, do you have a receipt? Do you have a photograph? Do you have a Ring doorbell capture of the guy walking off with the box? Nothing. No questions asked. He just said, oh, right away. Hey, I'll send you another one. Well, I politely declined because I believe in supporting these guys. And so I said, hey, can you just send me a digital copy? Which, of course, he immediately did. And I read it based on the digital copy. Now, for the campaign for the sequel, I did order a new hard copy for Overmind, so I will be having that when I review the sequel to it. And I am very excited for what he is doing. I think that it is good that we have more people in the space, especially with indie creators, especially with the big two going crazy. And then there are certain, shall we say, kings who don't want to put their books out for some reason. Let me tell you something. There are some comics that I backed in 2021 that I still have not gotten. And when I ask for a refund, I get no reply, no answer, nothing. And I'm told on some of these guys on their live streams, they mock people who ask for refunds. Guess who I'm not going to be supporting? Them anymore. JDA always delivers on time and he delivers a quality product like Eric July in the Rippaverse, like Iconic Comics in the Common America series. These guys deliver on time, like my good friend CS Johnson, who's just did Discord #2. She delivers on time. Look at this nice shirt, by the way, from her campaign. It's pretty cool. All of these folks are people I'm going to back from now on. And not only that, they're communicative. So if for some reason there is a problem with my shipment or there's a delay in the editing process, they communicate and say, hey, listen, there was something wrong with the print version, so we have to reprint it. That's fine. I understand that there's delays. Not every single release is going to go off, like a well-oiled machine. Sometimes things happen, but they communicate with us and let us know that that is the case. Me as a comic book collector, that's what I look for. And like I said, with the big two comic book companies and then all the little B-listers going woke, getting into identity politics, pushing communism and Marxism onto readers, I have no interest in supporting that. Now, when a good release from one of the big two or the B-listers comes out, yeah, I buy it. Like, for instance, when DC Comics released Three Jokers. No politics in that whatsoever. So I bought every single issue and bought the graphic novel because I wanted DC to know, hey, I want more comics like this. Same with Batman One Dark Knight. All that to say, I don't think Kickstarter should be banning people just based on how they politically identify, who they support, what their faith is. It's absolutely ridiculous and preposterous that they're doing this. And good for John Delarose for finding a new way, a new outlet to get his comic book out to his people. Now, it's not going to be the same for everyone. Iconic Comics, they utilize Kickstarter and Indiegogo to its fullest potential. I hope they don't get banned off those platforms like others have, but I will continue to support them on those platforms as long as I can. CS Johnson, she uses Fund by Comic and she is widely successful. The Rippaverse has chosen to use its own platform for pre-order campaigns. They don't do crowdfunding, they do pre-order campaigns, which are different things. Don't listen to what the drama channels are trying to tell you. Eric July is not on some mission to destroy indie comics. He just has found his own way to get the comics to the people, and that's okay. That's awesome. We should be applauding that, not making trash streams about it. Back to JDA for a second. I am very excited to see what he is doing in this new comic book universe that he is creating. I look forward to seeing more science fiction stuff. I'm a big sci-fi reader. I'm a big fantasy fiction reader, and I can't wait to see what he's going to produce with this new sort of universe that he is creating. I look forward to seeing how the Emerald Array plays out, and I'm so glad that it has already been successful for him, and I look forward to many more releases from you, JDA. If you like that video, be sure to give it a like, share it out to all your friends, tell them about me, and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, to ring that little bell so you get notifications when I post a new vidcast, and consider becoming a channel member where you get all kinds of cool perks. Also, if you don't want to support me on big tech, click on the link to my locals community. It's in the description below. It really helps out small indie creators like myself when you give me tips or when you become a monthly subscriber. That's always awesome. You can also check out my own stuff. I write novels. I've got a supernatural thriller and 3 fantasy fiction releases. So head on over to Amazon, pick one or all of them up, and leave me a 5-star review. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time right here on Studio Jake. 'Cause I've been living life right like I